there guys, gals, non-binary pals, GM Potter here. Welcome to my channel where I review books and bookish things. I try to upload on Thursdays and alternating Tuesdays with some surprises thrown in, like this week of year-end videos. And today I thought we would go over the books I am most excited for 2024. So let's get into it. These I have organized by when they come out. They're not organized by what I'm most excited for, but let's get into it. So, on January 2nd of 2024, we have A Fragile Enchantment by Alison Saft. This one is a young adult historical fantasy. It's a friendship to lovers trope. A magical seamstress is to make the wedding clothes for a royal family. It's Regency-inspired England. I love the Regency period. I love books about sewing machine tattoo. This is my sewing room. You can see the thread and the tape measures behind me because there's really no other place for them to be. So I love crafty books. I love sewing books, and I'm really looking forward to this one. And then we have, on January 9th, we have The Djinn Wait 100 Years. This one is by Shubnam Khan. It is a fantasy horror. It's an atmospheric novel about a mansion haunted by a djinn and the girl who uncovers the tragedy that happened there. And it just seemed lovely and atmospheric and horror themed, so I thought I would add that one to the list. Then on February 6th, we have two that are coming out. We have Bride by Ali Hazelwood, which Ali Hazelwood wrote The Love Hypothesis, which I absolutely adored. I thought it was great. But this one is a paranormal romance, so she's kind of branching out a little bit from the academia space to the paranormal space. And it's about a political marriage between vampires and werewolves, which I love. I grew up with the Underworld movies. Yes, I love her writing style. I'm excited to read more from her in this vein. I'm excited to read more from her as she branches out into other types of romance. I'm just excited. And then I have, on February 6th as well, there is Your Shadow Half Remains by Sunny Moraine. This one is a horror, queer, lesbian. The blurb that I found on Goodreads was, "One look can kill. Riley has not seen a single human face in longer than she can reckon. No faces, no eyes. Not if you want to survive." And it seemed interesting to me. I don't know how it'll be. I haven't heard of this author. I don't know anything other than that. So, we will see. And then on February 13th, we have two more. We have The Warm Hands of Ghosts by Catherine Arden. This one is a paranormal historical fiction. It's set during the Great War. It's hauntingly beautiful with a speculative twist, which I love a good speculative historical novel. That's always so much fun. The Soulless series by Gail Carriger is one of my absolute favorite series. I love those. I'm part of a fan group on Facebook for those books. And then also on February 13th, we have Medea by Eilish Quinn. So it's a retelling of the story of the Greek figure who killed her children to get back at her deceitful husband, in the same vein as Circe, which I loved Circe. This is a different author, so it's going to be a little bit of a different take, but it's supposed to be in that same kind of vein, that same kind of idea. Then February 20th, we have A Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faisal. It's a YA paranormal historical fiction. It's part of a new duology. It's an orphan girl and her crew get tangled into a heist with vampires. So it's a duology as opposed to a trilogy, so there's only going to be 2 books in the series. So I'm excited for that, kind of a series, but a much shorter series. On April 16th, we have Late Bloomer by Maisie Eddings. This one is a sapphic romance with an opposites attract kind of trope. One of the reviews on Goodreads says warmth can coexist with grief, and I'll be damned if that isn't true. That's just that review more than anything else. While I was looking at books that were coming out in the new year, that review more than anything else spoke to me, and I'm like, yes, I will pick up this book. And then this is probably the one that I'm most excited for. On April 30th, we have Heavenly Tyrant by Shirin J. Zhao. It is a fantasy sci-fi historic retelling. It's a follow-up to Iron Widow, which I absolutely adored. Iron Widow. It's this mecha suit kaiju retelling of the first female emperor, and it's utterly fantastic. It's amazing. I loved it. The ending twist was so good, and I cannot wait for Heavenly Tyrant. On May 23rd, we have Goddess of the River by Vaishnavi Patel. This one is a fantasy mythology retelling. It's a powerful reimagining of the story of Ganga, Goddess of the River, and her doomed mortal son, which I am not familiar with Indian myths, so I thought it would be fun to experience something out of my culture and out of Greek culture outside of that, and see what else the world has to offer. So, and then on June 11th, we have another Allie Hazelwood. This one is Not in Love. It's a forbidden love secret affair in an academic setting, so very much in the vein of The Love Hypothesis. So we have 2 books from her coming out this year, and I'm very excited for that. And then last but certainly not least of the books I'm most excited for, we have Lady Macbeth coming out on August 13th by Ava Reed, and this is a retelling of Macbeth from Lady Macbeth's point of view. Again, thank Circe. That was such a great story, and I am ready for more books in the vein of Circe. Are you excited for any of these books? Are you ready for 2024 and 2023 to be over? What books are you most looking forward to in the new year? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!